I've spent a great deal of time in India. The first time I was there was 1974, and I absolutely hated it with every fiber of my being. Um, it was just way too overwhelming for me. I had an occasion to go back in '75, and for reasons unknown to me, the things that I absolutely hated were still there, but they didn't affect me in the same way. And so I was able to begin to open up more to the experience of what India has to offer. The way I have evolved spiritually this time around has involved India becoming my spiritual home. And in 1989, I was in Varanasi. And Varanasi is the holiest city of India. And for Hindus, it's really cool if they get to have their bodies cremated along the Ganges River in Varanasi and have those ashes dumped into the Ganges River. And I was in Varanasi, and I watched a woman die in the street, and watched the whole ceremony. I watched her alive, I watched her die, I watched her being picked up and carried down to the river. She was bathed and wrapped in, I don't know, something like a scarf, but a really big. I think they put some herbs, or they put something on her, and then they put her on top of a large pile of wood. The cremations, there are two places along the Ganges where these cremations occurred. They're called the burning ghats, Ghats. They're outdoors, and you can go there and watch the whole thing. And I had seen it before, but so I watched the whole thing of her dying, being bathed, being wrapped, being put on the pile of wood, and they ignite the wood. And then I just sat there and watched her body. And as I was watching her body, I saw her thighs begin to swell. Her thighs looked exactly like a hot dog placed on top of a barbecue grill that was just left there. And her body did exactly what that hot dog would do. The heat caused the juices inside that body to expand. Her legs swelled. At some point, some of the juices came out, and what I was watching literally was a hot dog on top of a barbecue grill. And I don't know how to articulate this, but it became clear to me in a way that up until that point had not been as clear, that whatever allowed that woman to be a thinking, feeling, consciously aware person was not what I was looking at. Because what I was looking at was a frankfurter on top of a barbecue grill. And it certainly had been a part of my belief system prior to that, that we were just something more than just a physical entity. But something shifted inside of me at that moment, just watching that whole thing, that made it more of a reality for me rather than just a belief. And that was really cool. So, probably at its core, the most human experience is any act of love. So in a generic sense, when we are truly being truly human and manifesting our essence, then we are in the world in a very loving,